right, everybody. On this episode of Ring Generals, we're going to bring back the new era. The band is back together. We've got the purveyor of the brand, Ben Shearin, Adrian Alexander, and the first ever Ring Generals heavyweight champion, Oliver Gunner. They're recently
Don't you
retired.
forget that, Andy. Don't you forget that, mate. I don't care who holds that title. That belonged to the new era.
That's right. For everything, there must be a first time. So, guys, uh, how did all this get started with you guys? Let's go around the horn here a little bit. We'll start with you, Adrian. How did you get into the business a little bit? Who trained you? That sort of thing.
Well, I started in 20, let's see, it would have been 2018, 2019, early 2019 with Kentucky Elite Pro Wrestling. Shortly after that, of course, COVID hit, everything kind of shut down. I started branching out. I started going to Grindhouse in Jeffersonville, Indiana. And it was actually right toward the end of me being at Grindhouse that I was introduced to Oliver. He had just started coming up there. And at the time, I was in a feud with a man by the name of Jacob Ratliff. And Gunner was actually some of my hired security at the time. Then shortly after that, I ended up my son made a slightly unexpected early arrival, and as a result, I was unable to finish what we had going on at Grindhouse, and I believe Gunner actually kind of stepped in and filled that role on that first show that I was gone.
Okay, cool. All right, Mr. Ben, how'd you get into things?
Mine is a little bit of a different story there. One of my friends was wrestling for a company around Jeffersonville, Indiana. It's called Epic Wrestling Entertainment. So I came to his show just offhanded. I was like, hey, if you guys ever need anything, let me know. Never did anything in wrestling, just, wanted to do something. And then I went to one of their YouTube tapings that they were having at the arena, and they didn't have a ref. And I was just like, oh, I'll do it. No big deal. Whatever. How hard could it be? And little did I know there's way more to it than a lot of people think. So then I went to Lexington, Indiana, and there was a place that I helped out there, which then I met one of the guys that was booking / running creative for Grindhouse. So I came there, and then I started training with Rudo Raul Lamada, who's a former OVW tag champ, I think 27 times. He won the title a lot. And then I trained a little bit with Ronnie whenever I was transitioning from refereeing into managing. They wanted to be able to make sure that I knew how to do what I needed to do correctly. And then that was mid 2018 and been hated ever since.
You are very good at being hated. So that was Ronnie Roberts.
It's the face. It's the face.
The face. It's not the okay. There's another guy in the area. It's the face that runs the place. That's not you, right?
That is not me. That's not me.
Okay, Mr. Gunner, how about you?
Well, firstly, rumor has it, baby Ben has my nose. I'm just saying, Adrian.
I wasn't gonna bring it up. I wasn't gonna bring it
up. Man, it started. So I moved to Kentucky from Jacksonville, Florida. And I went to, my wife, she found Grindhouse. So I went to a show, and that was my kind of first indie show I went to. And I absolutely fell in love with Adrian. At the time, he was Camille. And I saw him come through the entrance, and I was like, man, that's a star. And I was like, oh, I really want to work with him. And he only just.
And then 4 years later, and look how bad it's gotten.
I know. But like I saw him, and he didn't even wrestle yet, so I didn't know if it was good. I just looked at him, and I just saw a star, and I was like, man, that's the guy I want to be with, because he can just show me the ropes. And when you put that out there, it just happens. So soon after, I started training, and Ronnie told me, "Hey man, I'm gonna team you up with Ben Sheeran." I was like, "Who'd he be?" I don't know who the hell that is, you know. And
Why
I
you
saw
pun-
Ben, I
why
saw
are you
Ben
punishing
sitting
me?
there. I saw Ben sitting there. I was like, "I want to work with that guy. Look at his mug. You're like, I don't want to work with him." You know. So we started chatting, and the chemistry was just there, like from day one with me and Ben. And I really looked up to Ben because I understood he was in the game for such a long time. And then soon after, Adrian was added to the mix. And for me, my heart was just full at that point because one, I'm wrestling. Two, I've got a fantastic manager with an incredible name to him. Like everyone knows Ben Sheeran. And not only that, I'm working with a gentleman that I fell in love with when I first saw him. So it was just, you just put it out there and this is what you get. And then it was just chemistry after that. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So I started going into a Grindhouse a year or so ago, and you guys were kind of a step above the other talent there. You come out with a swagger. You guys look more polished than your years, maybe I could say. How did you guys come up with the New Era name? Was that you guys? Was that Ronnie?
I know we came up with it, but I don't know if it was one of those like it just popped up in a promo. I don't know if we did something and we were like, yeah, we're the new era of pro wrestling or something like that.
I remember, Ben, you came up with it, mate, because we were just sitting ringside and was discussing what we can do. And you was like, New Era? I'm like, yeah. And that was it. Like, that was literally it.
Yeah, I don't. All I remember is that we didn't have a name, and then suddenly we had a name, and I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, let's go."
Let's go with it.
And that was it. So Ben was the mastermind behind the name, to be honest. So
Good job,
And I mean,
man. You made wrestling history.
it's just one of those you gotta have something to close a promo with. Like that was my biggest problem before I got with these guys. I never knew how to close a promo, so it was always like one real bad one. I was like, "We're coming for you," and then that was the end of it. Like it was the stupidest thing I've ever said in my life, and I was like, it was awful. So it was just, I think it was just from a mentality of like, we've got to have something that if there's one thing they remember is like, oh, those guys, they said they're the new era. They're bringing in a new, idea of whatever wrestling's going to be in the area or wherever we ended up going. So,
Okay.
yeah, and with that, it evolved. Sorry, and it evolved over time as well. Like the slogan at the end of it, we found it. It was just horrible because I had to retire. But at the end, we had Ben would say we're the new era of professional wrestling, and then I would say we're here to make America great Britain again. This is when Adrian wasn't part of it, but that's how it kind of evolved from new era to a really catchy catchphrase. It's like, oh, okay. And then when Adrian was there, we came up with our hand gestures, our ring entrance together for it to make sense, and it just worked.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, all I was gonna say, what made it so like unique and so smooth, and I think what gave us that swagger was just the fact that I don't think I've ever fell into a group like this. We weren't just three guys they put together and we showed up on Sunday and wrestled. Like we have a group, still to this day have a group chat. We talk like every day. Like we're bouncing ideas off of each other. So we were so comfortable with one another that when we got to the ring, there isn't this, constant in your head, like, okay, now I do this, now I do this, now I do this. We were just together. The three of us were one unit together. We moved together, we worked together, and it worked really, really well. What weaknesses one of us had, the other one picked up on. And so we were able to just flow.
Gotcha. So we became a team.
Yeah. And not just that, we also had Ben Stratford as well behind the scenes. We adopted Ben Stratford, who's a very dear friend of mine from back in London, and he helped us really with like promos, and he helped us with the editing. He created our theme music, and if you want a theme song personalized, reach out at Stratters. I had to throw it in there, innit? But he really helped us like hone in to who we are as well. So it was just magic from day one. Really.
He gave us a lot of promo like ideas and the way to structure stuff. Like he was a great mind to bounce stuff off of.
Okay.
Well, still is. I don't mean to talk about him like he's dead.
I saw you a bunch at Grindhouse. Did you guys tag anywhere else? I know Ben
One
went
other
with
time.
Oliver a lot.
One
One
other
other
time.
time.
And the crazy part is it our one tag match
Twice.
was the
Twice.
day.
Twice.
I
Which
just
one?
remember that god
Tagged
awful
it-
match.
We tagged it New South in that it was like a 4-on-4 tag match.
Well,
It was me, Gunner, Omega, and Gaston.
Okay,
Yep,
that's right.
versus
That's
Icon,
right.
Nate,
That's right.
Misery, and
Matt.
Matt Atreya.
Well, peak new era. We tagged one time, and the show was the day before the Loser Leave Town match at Grindhouse.
That's right.
Ah.
So it was crazy, like kismet timing. We went to
Georgia, yeah.
Dalton, Georgia.
Dalton,
Mm.
Georgia.
Yeah.
5-hour drive. 5-hour drive.
5-hour
Yeah.
drive.
Oh.
Absolutely horrible match.
Oh,
With
it was,
Berto.
Horrible.
Berto was in the car.
oh yeah, Bo was in the
Yeah.
car. But the match itself, Andy, was horrendous to a point where I had to
Not good.
delete the footage. It was so bad. Like it was just so bad. But we had so much fun at the same time. Like it
We
was
did. That was a fun trip. That was a fun. I was getting over COVID, so I had no lung capacity whatsoever. It was about
That's right, I remember, yeah.
107. It was 107 in that building.
yeah. Poor Adrian, because he was sick, man. He was like, man, I need you to carry this match. I'm like,
I'll be over here dying in the corner.
And and my man, he held his own. He held his own and did really well, like under that. So, God, awful match, but I loved it.
You guys mentioned some travel there, and I know Oliver. I believe you went out to Illinois. I know you went to Eastern Kentucky a lot, or a few times anyway.
Right, yeah.
With the travel, and I know you can split expenses and things. Can you make a living in indie wrestling in Kentucky?
Personally, me,
Mm.
if it's 5 days a week, yeah, you could probably pay the bills. But
Okay.
overall, I don't know, man. Like, especially our bookings, we're getting paid $20. So
Well, I recently had Carson Drake on, which Oliver did me a solid there by helping that happen. And he
Love that,
travels a lot. Yeah, he's great. But he was talking about, it's tough, especially if you don't have a support system. A better half who's helping with the bills some. So that's got to be tough for you guys. How do you manage your personal life and working every weekend or nearly every weekend? Because I know Oliver's married. I don't know about you other two, but you've got to have significant others or family. It's got to be tough to work every weekend and not be home. So how does your loved ones take that?
Adrian?
I have struggled, especially in the past couple of years, finding a good balance between the two. I am married. I have a 2-year-old. And especially especially in the past couple of years, when we were hitting that high of, new era, we were doing stuff. I was traveling all over the place. And then now I just recently started up this wrestling company as well. It has been a very hard balance. I've actually had to slow myself down some in the past month or two, just to be able to keep a good balance between the two, because unlike a lot of wrestlers, this right here, independent wrestling, where I'm at, where we are at, where we competed at, that's where I want to be. So, while a lot of these guys are grinding 5 and 6 days a week to, make a name for themselves and get seen and get signed, that wasn't my drive. So I've had to kind of redirect my brain into thinking, I don't have to do this 3 times a weekend every weekend. I need to take that time for myself. I need to take that time to heal my body, to take time with my family, to do stuff that involves EWA, and then do wrestling as I can, because I enjoy it. It is fun. I love entertaining. I love being with my friends and my family. The new era. I love being with them and doing stuff with them. So I do that and make sure that it doesn't feel like a job to me. I work during the week so that I can have fun doing what I love to do, which is professional wrestling.
Okay. We'll get to you just a second, Ben, but I do have one follow-up question with you, Adrian. You mentioned EWA. I've been to 2 or 3 of your shows in Frankfort, Kentucky. So if anyone gets out that way, please go. But tell us a little bit more about that. How did you end up owning your own company, and how's that going?
I'm going to try not to go very far down it. That ever since getting into the wrestling business, I've always loved the business end of wrestling. I love booking. I love, the storytelling that goes behind a wrestling show. So it was always a dream of mine. This kind of honestly fell in my lap. I wasn't expecting to do this as soon in my life as it happened, but everything just fell into place. And I had a lot of help and support from both of these gentlemen and Ben Stratford as well, getting the wheels off the ground with that. We're only, this will be our sixth, seventh show, Ben, sixth show.
April, right?
So, we're
April.
still very, very young. We're still April. So however many months that is. We're still very, very young. We're figuring stuff out. We're, tweaking things, but I really think that, I could go into a whole monologue about, my whole beliefs and what I structure the company around to make it unique and make it its own. But I really do feel like we have something unique, something special. And, if Oliver hadn't went out and broke his neck, I mean, we'd really have a star, but I digress.
I feel your pain because he was our champion too. And I'm not blaming him for that. He'd still have it. All right, Ben. To you, with how does your family and how does your personal life correspond to to wrestling?
Well, jumping on the blame Oliver Gunner train, I'm going to get to that here in a second.
Thank you.
Theme of the show.
But realistically, I'm single, so that front doesn't really doesn't bother me too much. And my family lives like half an hour away, so it's nothing to go see them. But my stuff's kind of slowed down here recently because I was only traveling with Gunner. It was me and him. So whenever he stepped away, I didn't have it's not necessarily a backup plan, but I wasn't working with anybody else at the time. So that stuff's kind of slowed down. And with, whatever's going on at Grindhouse, I still haven't found anybody there. Bookings of outside of the New South stuff with Gaston, there's the random CrossFit and EWA.
The commissioner of EWA.
Commissioner of EWA. Hello.
He does look quite dapper in that black outfit with a purple tie. I like that.
Well, here's the thing. How am I supposed to know that I'm the commissioner? I'm never on the flyer.
Yeah, there you go, Adrian. There you got some advice there, buddy.
Listen, I guarantee you, by about February or March of next year, I'm sure we can get you on the flyer.
I forget I'm booked half the time until I get the Facebook alert, and I'm like, oh, I guess I got another show this month.
Well, Ben, don't forget about Morticia. That's sweet.
Morticia?
Little puppy. Sweet.
Yeah, that's my dog. That's my dog. I tried to put the camera on her, but the picture blended her in and it didn't work.
All right, Oliver, what about you, man? How does the family life when you were wrestling? Did the new wife not quite like you being gone every weekend?
So
it was a struggle.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't. Oh.
No, Ben and my wife, they got ahead in a friendly way. But no, my wife, she was really supportive from day one because before we met, she knew this is what I wanted to do. So I told her, I was like, look, you just have to respect this, and we will communicate, and if there's a time you need me at a family event, I will be there. But for 3 weekends of the month, she was just really cool about me going out there and just living my dream, because I didn't know how long I had left in me, to be honest, because my neck injury happened at Strictly Insane very early into the career. So I wrestled on it for what, about a year, Ben? Would you say about that? So I wrestled on this neck for about a year, just trying to recover between matches. My wife did not enjoy that though, because I was constantly hurt and wasn't able to, you know. I mean, I was, but you know, you know. But nah, she was cool, man. She was just really supportive. She came to the Grindhouse show. She's not a wrestling fan whatsoever. But yeah, nah, she was solid. She was just very.
Remember when you promised to bake us cookies and then never did?
She did. You just didn't get any. Ben got the bun.
Ben got your share.
What was it?
Cookies.
They were mid, to be honest. You didn't miss anything.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. He always talks crap about my wife.
Well, here's the thing. I will say that breakfast sandwich that you brought was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
But yeah, she's wicked, man. She's awesome. And like still today, like I talked to her about wrestling, and I'm wanting to do something, whether it's management or commentary or maybe getting back in the ring. I don't know. It just depends on this recovery. I know. Shocking.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Da, da, da.
Well, I've got a little news too on that front. We may be having a new host. He may be on this show. I'm not sure.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I know my inbox was empty.
Well, you might be getting that Facebook alert again.
That still today, like knowing that I came out of this hurt, like a serious injury. She's still like, yeah, go do what you need to do.
Well, so, that's cool. Having a partner in life other than just someone who's needy is one of the good things.
Yeah, Ben needy. Ben was very needy.
I picked up on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you guys were very entertaining, and
you're not wrong.
He knows it's true. That's why.
But that's the thing. You're not wrong. But it was for stuff that we needed to get done.
Oh goodness. So, well, Oliver, how's the neck doing? Quickly.
It's good, man. It's recovering. It's still there. It's definitely recovering rapidly.
Still there, obviously.
Glad his neck's still there.
So, if Ben gives you a legit pile driver, it wouldn't be good.
No.
Okay.
It's tough some days, but it's good some days. So I don't know. It's 50-50 right now. I have no idea, but recovering.
Are you doing any physical therapy?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we look forward to maybe coming back to do something. Well, guys, well, I've only seen Adrian at New South and your company. Is it? I'm sorry. Is it EWA?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Elite Wrestling Alliance.
Gotcha. Sorry. I will put that up. Let me get there. But anyway, are you wrestling anywhere else?
Yes. I am. I'm in Eastern Kentucky at Appalachian Mountain Wrestling. I also do some stuff off and on with UCW. I do some stuff with USWF. I run the fair tour with USWF and UCW. I pop in occasionally to Ascend Pro Wrestling in Cincinnati. I work for a company that's also out of Eastern Kentucky called Allied Pro Wrestling. I think that's everything.
Appalachian as well? You just did Appalachian, right?
Yes, Appalachian APW out of
okay.
Out of Eastern Kentucky. They run an absolutely fantastic. Not denoting anybody else, but I just went to this show, so it's fresh on my mind. They run an absolutely awesome show in Eastern Kentucky. We just ran a Pikeville show that had probably over 300 people, maybe 400 in the building. So, just being able to be in front of crowds like that is incredible. I love it. The electricity, it's almost wrestling completely different because, we're so used to the, 50 to 100 that we normally have at most indie shows. And then you go up in Eastern Kentucky and these people, that is the entertainment of the month there. Everybody comes out. They're all excited. It's a huge feel. I know, Gunnar, the last time you were down there was probably 300-400 people down there. You guys as well. And it's just the electricity when you were in front of a crowd that is that big and that just wants wrestling. They didn't just come because they wanted to see what was happening. They wanted because they love wrestling. They hang on everything, and it's awesome. Like I said, it's not denoting from any other company or promotion or anything else, but just it's fresh on my mind, and I know that is an incredible. If you ever get a chance to make the very, very long drive out to Eastern Kentucky, it is well worth watching one of those shows.
I did once. Hold on, I did once in Jackson, Kentucky. I got a speeding ticket, so somebody owes me
That's
one.
right. Yeah, I remember because you text me in it.
It's like,
I'm pretty sure we were supposed to be on that show.
Yes, I think you guys were supposed to be on the past couple of shows.
Yeah, we were going to be beating up Marty Clay every
so they had like a 1-year story for me, Ben, and Marty Clay, where we beat him every single month. And I would have signed up for that in a heartbeat,
Easy payday, baby.
And Marty's fantastic. If you guys don't know Marty Clay, look him up. He is phenomenal.
He is very good. We're going to try to get him on the show too. So since we went to Zoom now, we can have more people on instead of in person. But I do miss the in-person interviews. Those were very cool. All right, Ben, you kind of touched on it before about where you're wrestling. You've kind of slowed down some. Is there anything on the horizon? Do you have any invites to go, to LA or Seattle or something?
Unfortunately not. Kyle Maggard, who runs Appalachian Mountain, he's reached out to me a couple times to try to figure out something to
Why aren't you two teaming up? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why isn't this a thing?
Well, if you would let me finish the story, Gunner.
Sorry, wife number 2. Go ahead.
There was a pitch that Adrian and I could get back together.
Yeah.
So that could happen. We don't know yet. But I've talked to him a couple times. I'm still going out to Strictly Insane because the fans hate me there enough. Like, I literally just walked out and did a promo a couple weeks ago, and they were ready to kill me. So that's exciting. And then just trying to figure out what I'm going to do next at Grindhouse, because now the new era story's over. We're dead.
Well, see, now as a Grindhouse official sponsor, I think Adrian's going to come back. Just saying. Since Oliver's not there anymore, I mean.
Well, in pro wrestling, once you lose a loser leaves town match,
it's over.
Come back.
You gotta come back.
Never.
That's my second. That's my second loser leaves town match at Grindhouse.
I could definitely put the word in. So,
would you want to come back as Oliver Gunna, just with a Gunna?
Yeah, why not? I was going to come back in a lucha mask, innit? Same gear, just a lucha mask.
El Gunna.
El Gunno.
Can you try a Latino accent there, Gunner?
Hey.
I don't like it.
No.
It doesn't work. Okay.
Adrian, I'm telling you, mate, let's pitch it. Screw it. Me and you, lucha masks.
Hold on. I just remembered something. Ben, I'm going to let you tell this story because you probably can tell it better than me. Can we tell the roast chicken story?
No.
I definitely want you to now. Something's up.
All right, hold on. Ben, I don't think Ben remembers it right, so I got this. So Gunner's cutting a promo. I don't even think it was for Grindhouse, but it was at Grindhouse. I think it may have been for Strictly Insane.
It was for Strictly Insane.
Yeah.
And he ends the promo with, "And I'm going to roast you like chicken, bruv." And that was the whole fucking ending. All right, I don't know if I'm supposed to cuss on this, but
I'll bleep you.
Yeah, I think it was our first match with Chad Rockman. And it was just, "I'll roast your chicken, bro." And we all just I think even in promo, I looked at him. I was like, "What are you talking about?" So then it just became like, we're trying to break Gunner in the ring now, or in promos. So we'll just randomly throw out roast chicken, just to see if we can get him to break.
But they never did. They never did.
Well, didn't we?
You forgot half the time.
Yeah. Adrian got me one time, and that was against Chris Michaels.
That was at the end. That was the end of us breaking up. That was you and Chris Michaels, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I was with Chris Michaels, and I was going to hit Chris with a flag because he pissed me off, right? And lined up, and here comes Adrian. He grabs a flag, and I turn around, and we're supposed to have this face off. And then we just looked at each other for like, it felt like forever. I got lost in his eyes, you see. And he just looked at me. He goes, "Turn around, bitch." What? And I looked, and I got super kicked, and 1, 2, 3, and that was it. I was like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!"
Well, gentlemen, talk about the wrestler life a little bit. You guys are out there 15, 20 minutes, right? Sometimes you travel half the day or all day to get there. So there has to be more of an allure here, since you're not getting paid apparently that much. There has to be an allure here other than the FaceTime in the ring and the pay. So one thing I've noticed all you guys have in common is you love the car ride with your compadres, and I guess in the back you see all your buddies too. Does that play a major part in keep going? Your buddies,
100%, 100%.
Yeah, it's who you with, but Ben had to deal with a lot of my moodiness at events. So
a lot.
A lot. I'm quite moody, and I could be very bitchy a lot of the time. Poor Ben had to manage that.
Ben, did it happen at a particular time of the month? Was it menstrual?
It seemed like it, but we wouldn't even like leave for a show yet. And be like, "Bruv, I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this match today." And I'm like, "We haven't even gotten there yet. Chill out. We'll get a coffee in you. We'll talk it out on the way." And then finally we get to the building. He's like, "Oh, all right. I think I'm ready." And then the match happens, and he comes back like, "Bruv, that sucked. That's the worst match I've ever had." And I'm like, we missed like a thing in that match. Like, it wasn't bad. Oh, I don't know, bro. So then we get the phone out. We watch it on the way home.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that wasn't as bad as I thought. I told you. What do you mean?
It's different when you're in the ring, though. You know what I mean? Like you feel, because for me it was the audience, right? You know, you feel the reaction. Like, I don't care about the moves. I don't care about if it looks sloppy. What I care about is the reaction. And sometimes you can't hear the reaction when you're really in the zone, right, lads? Like, when you're there, because I always ask Ben, like, "Ben, what was the reaction? Did they react?" And he's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "How do you not know?"
I get lost in it too.
Yeah,
man.
so it's hard coming out of a match not knowing if it was good or not. And the only way you determine if it was good, not based on moves, based on reaction.
Well, you know, for one here was full-throated booing, so you don't have to worry about that when I was in the audience, Oliver. Every time you came to the ring, full-throated booing. Sorry, go ahead, guys.
I don't know why. But
I think playing. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just like piggybacking off that, like the boxing match from Sunday. It was, but in no way, in any means, was it a 5-star wrestling classic. Like, it looked like
It was
two guys that had never put on boxing gloves and went in there and like. But the end of it, when I hit the mat and I heard the reaction from the 10 count, like, that was all that mattered. 100%. Them cheering me getting knocked out was perfect.
And
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, playing off of that, then that I think is my biggest factor. I love hanging out with you guys, being able to take road trips and everything. But my biggest thing that keeps me going in this business and, you know, going on these drives and doing traveling is the reaction. You know, when you can feel the crowd, you feel everything building. They're hanging off of everything you're doing. That's what keeps me going.
Okay. Well, Ben, some of the vignettes you had for that boxing match was quite good. You should have had the Rocky theme in there somewhere, man. You missed an opportunity.
So here's the thing. I am an eternally nice person. I knew Skinny J was from Philly. So I knew, I was like, that's fine. So that's why he got the Terminator theme. I was going to come out there and terminate him, but it didn't happen.
Gotcha. All right, fellas. We'll do a little trivia here in a few minutes, but as far as going forward, Oliver, you touched on you might want to come back in some form or fashion, and I, for one, vote for that wholeheartedly. Mr. Ben, what's the future for you? You keep doing the same old, not same old thing, but same
the same old thing, brother.
It works though, brother. It works.
Grind.
You don't need to change the thing,
right.
It's just
So
great.
I don't mean the same old, but just kind of keep going on the trajectory you're going, or do you want to take off to new heights? Be managing Roman Reigns in WrestleMania? Come on, man. What you looking forward to?
Realistically, I try to keep expectations about where they are, man. Like I know the chances of making it to that level are not super likely. So like my goal really right now is like being at Grindhouse. Like I want to help the young kids that are there. Like that was the main reason why I came back 2021, I guess, 2020. I can't remember whichever year it was. But that was the main reason why I wanted to come back, because I wanted to help out, the people there with whether it's managing them or helping them with their matches or anything like that. Like that's just my main focus. And then, any bookings that I'm able to weasel out of people like Adrian, I'll take it.
All right, Mr. Alexander, the owner of or is it if I ever get this right, Elite Wrestling Alliance.
Yes.
Sorry, man. Do you want to take that to coast to coast? What are you going there, man?
So the ceiling is wide open. My goal with Elite Wrestling Alliance is to make somewhere that feels I feel like a lot of times there is something lost in indie wrestling. You come to the show because you go to a wrestling show. It used to, shows when you go to a WWE show or an AEW show, you feel the electricity in the air. You feel there's the lights, there's the sounds, the stories that keep you entertained from show to show to show, that keep you coming back. It's almost like going to a carnival. It's everything that makes the allure of the carnival you want to go. And that's what I wanted in a wrestling show. So that makes it so open-ended, right? We can start here on the bottom end. We're in front of 50 to 100 people, and as we grow this could keep growing into something that is absolutely phenomenal. As we get weight behind us, as we get all the amazing people that have helped me so far and continue to help me create content or take pictures. The wrestlers, anybody that is helping behind the scenes make this to be, it could grow into something phenomenal. It is phenomenal. It already is phenomenal, but it's really, I don't have a set ceiling. I want to keep growing this until this company stops growing. So, if that ends up being, we're the top promotion in Kentucky. We're the top promotion in the Southeast. We're, the top promotion in the Midwest. We're the top promotion in the nation. What the time will only tell where we get. But I can guarantee you the passion that I have, the passion that Ben has, everybody behind the scenes driving this, the ceiling is unlimited.
Cool. You have a lot of the good talent in the area. You've got you had Oliver, you had Carson Drake, Marty Clay's your champion. You got Ben over there as the commish, so it looks pretty good from my point of view.
We've got a lot of great people. We got a couple guys, of course. Berto from Grindhouse, Ethan Heyer is absolutely phenomenal for how just young in the business he is. We've had Chase Destiny stop in and out a few times. And
DDP.
DDP.
Well, I tried to get you. I tried to get you a booking not pretty recently, and it the bookie got kind of cold feet or what. I don't know what happened there, man. Sorry about that. All right, Oliver, what do you think? Are you coming back or not? What's our chances?
Mate, it's 50-50. It really is. It just depends on this injury. But I certainly want to be involved in some capacity because I just love wrestling. I've got a realization I'm never going to go anywhere with this, but if I'm able to bring some form of emotion or entertainment to the fans, that's all I want. That's all I want in life, because at the end of the day, people buy these tickets to escape reality, to look into this world of wrestling where these gladiators, duel it out on the ring, and they just want to forget about the problems, because we all have problems. We have money issues, relationship issues, or health issues, or anything like that. And these people come to these shows to escape that. So for me, that's why I want to get back into it, not to get big or famous or anything like that. No, it's just to help these people kind of create an emotion for them, and for them to leave EWA or Grindhouse or New South or wherever with a satisfaction, like, yeah, that was well worth $10. I'm so glad I saw that show. I loved seeing Ben getting knocked out by Skinny J. That's what drove me to this business, and that's what keeps driving me back. Is just, I'm not done yet, but this is kind of, So I don't know, Andy. I really don't know, but if I can be a voice in some capacity, I'm there.
Cool. Well, I'm going to continue to pester you about it. So
trying, man. It's collecting cobweb. My gear's collecting cobwebs right now in the attic. So,
all right, guys, let me get my screen going here.
Wait, hold on, Andy. I'll ask a question for these two gentlemen. So,
Sure.
for New Era, right? Like New Era, as we were the trio. What was your lot's favorite either memory or match that we've had together?
So it is a moment. We were wrestling, or you guys were tagging against Birdo and Mama Hippo, and
no, I wasn't part of that, was I?
Yes, it was in the tag tournament.
Was it? Ah,
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Our semifinal match.
I remember
that's how
that
we
too.
made it to the end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I tried to do some underhanded tactics, and the referee turned around too early.
That one. Yes.
That's the match.
Yeah. So Ben is here, the ref is here, and they're staring eye to eye, and I'm on the ground like, what?
So I just literally shrugged and I walked out of the ring. Like,
that was funny. Yeah.
That's one of the few moments that I have ever been speechless and not known what to do. Like, it was just whatever, man.
And Ben's normally good about being on his feet, about like flipping a switch or something. But I remember that. I do remember that moment.
There wasn't anything he could have possibly done. I mean, he's standing in the center of the ring with a flagpole in his hand and
dragging Adrian.
And the referee was supposed to stay focused on me.
He was supposed to stay with you.
Yeah, and he wasn't. But I remember seeing Ben's face when the ref looked at Ben. Ben was just. I was like, oh, that's a shoot face. That's a shoot.
Usually really cool whenever things happen. I have never been so hot in my life. I got downstairs and I was ready to lose it. But by the time the referee got down there, I had time to decompress. We still got wherever we needed to go in the match. So there's water under the bridge at that point.
What about you? Favorite memory or match, mate, that we had?
Mine had to be going down to Dalton. It was
same.
So horrible that it's memorable.
What I know, Adrian, I don't mean to cut you off. Well, what I love most about that is like we met the guys, right? And it's like, oh, we're just calling it. We're professionals, we're workers, baby. We're like, great. So we'll see you in the ring.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the ring. Nope. They
were so lost.
McDonald's, mate. Like
lost.
Yeah, that was a fun memory. And that's when I met my mate, Martin Stone.
I was just about to name drop him for you guys.
I know, bro. I've got Martin Stone. Me and him are mates. Who else is my mate?
You're Nick Aldis. You guys are best friends.
Aldis, yeah. I made him go to WWE. I made Brian go to WWE. You're welcome, fellas. I'm just saying. I did try to get Martin Stone booked at Grindhouse, but I don't know if that worked out, obviously.
I have one little memory too. The night you got the Drink General's title, so I get to the arena and Too Tough Tony comes up to me. We got a problem. Great. What? Well, Oliver's actually injured his neck. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
we've got some options for you. No, no, no. Well, okay, I think we could do something else. Great. And I didn't know what. So the other 5 or 6 participants in the ladder match were out there killing each other, throwing ladders at each other. And there it gets to kind of a pause. Everybody's down and dying. New Air's music hits. Like, oh. So here comes Oliver and Ben. Ben looks around, trots off onto the ring, climbs up the ladder, gets the title, brings it back, gives it to Oliver. They ring the bell. And the fans are like, what the fuck just happened? Oh, that was good stuff.
So
That was
selfishly, once I heard that they were looking at other options, I went out and talked to the ring generals guys, and I was like, "Hey, just trying to feel them out, see what they were wanting." And I can't remember who asked, whether it was you or Mike, but they were like, "But Oliver will be good for next month, right?" I'm like, "Yeah. He'll be super good. He'll be so ready for next month, no problems." And then I vaguely remember coming downstairs and talking to Gunner. I was like, "I think we're good. I think we got it."
Speaking
That
of
was
that,
the easiest win.
Top 10 most scared I've ever been in my life, because none of those ladders seemed super stable after they've been hitting each other with them for 10 minutes.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, thank you to all those lads in that match. By the
Yeah,
way.
for sure.
That was a
For sure.
great match, boys.
It was.
Thank
It
you.
really was.
I'm sorry I wasn't part of it. I really didn't want to be. I was scared to be in a ladder match, but I didn't want to risk it. So
The whole time leading up to that match, he was like, "I think I could do like a suplex on the ladder." I was like, "Adam or Gunner, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it." "Well, I can maybe do a leg drop on that." What are you talking about? Like, this is the one match where you're not supposed to go. I mean, you probably should go crazy, but hey, let's.
I wanted to though. I wanted to do something,
It actually worked out for the best. You got so much heat on that. It was
Yeah.
amazing. I don't think if you'd have been in the match, it would have went off as well.
Nah, Ben and I would have killed it.
And that's the magic of wrestling, though. Sometimes things that shouldn't happen the way they happen are some of the best things of wrestling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One more Oliver story, then we'll move on. But he was tagging with Carson Drake in New South. And I know you've told this story, but they're up there, and of course he's doing his thing. The crowd's starting to get into it. USA, USA.
Yes, I love that. Yeah.
Carson gets on his megaphone. I'm from California. Good stuff.
I was so bummed that I couldn't be there for that match.
You missed one.
I was bummed.
Yeah.
I can't believe that didn't get
they tagged. They tagged once after that at EWA, and it is solidly one of my favorite wrestling matches ever.
I was there.
Couldn't be a part of that one.
Yeah, it was incredible. Matt Atreya did an amazing job as well. But just the story that they were able to tell throughout that throughout that match just kept you so engaged the entire time. Like, I'm sitting back there watching the monitor like, what are they doing? Usually I can catch on to some, where people are going with something. But I told them, I said, you know what? This is what I need. You guys go crazy. Do whatever you want to do. So him and Carson and Matt, they came up with this just absolutely phenomenal story that I was just like the whole time, like I'm on the edge of my seat going, why? What are they? And then it all culminated at the end. And I was like, this is incredible. This was awesome.
So fun fact about that, Adrian, we actually worked the majority of that match. We only called the ending and that was it. Like, we didn't know what we were doing half the time. But that's wrestling. It just
was
worked.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
Carson worked commentary for about half of the match. He had the microphone in his hand while Gunner is kicking Matt.
That was my one thing that I hated about that match was Carson was doing that, and then Gunner tagged out, and I was like, pick up the megaphone. And then he didn't. And I was like, come on, man. You had the perfect opportunity. That would have been even more heat.
No, I was too gassed, man. I would have been like, and Carson.
That would have been great.
Carson has phenomenal cardio, though. Like, he could have been working the match while also on the megaphone at the same time.
Yeah.
And doing push-ups.
And, yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys.
This is my cheap plug, though. If you go to Elite Wrestling Alliance on YouTube, the match is up there. It is well worth the watch from start to finish.
Oh, I need to watch
Cool.
it. I need
Yeah.
to watch it. Okay, I'm going to watch it after this. Hell yeah.
Full
also get-
commentary.
I'll post a
You get mad
link
at
too.
you get mad at Treya's entrance to 9 to 5
Oh,
by Dolly
9 to
Parton.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling
That
you,
could
WWE
possibly-
is fun. Like, it's just a fun show because everyone's there to just have a good time. Like, it really is just a good time. Like, I laughed numerous times in a match because
Me
it's just
too.
fun and fun. Yeah, it's just fun.
All right, guys. We'll move on to a little WWE trivia here once I get
Ben.
everything set up here.
Well, Ben's got this.
All right.
Got to sit up for it now.
Here we go.
Hi, bud. Come here.
All right, guys. Can you see that?
Oh, it's an actual thing.
Okay.
Yes, here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. We don't do anything cheap
Dolph
on Ring
Ziggler.
Generals.
It is Dolph Ziggler.
All right. Let's see here. All right. So Dolph Ziggler. That's what we're going with. Okay. Well, what do you know? You guys are right.
I'm here to show the world.
All right, moving on to question number 2. Which of the following championships has John Cena never won? Intercontinental, US, WWE Tag Team, or the WWE World Tag Team title?
Hey.
Hey, yeah. I was
Hey.
going to say.
I think it's A.
All right, we'll go with A. Once again, you guys are batting 1,000. The new era rides
Fun
again.
fact about John Cena. When my wife was 18, she was like a runway model. She walked down with John Cena as a fake husband.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He has the video. So,
Well, he's tread some of the same grounds you guys did. He started OVW.
yeah.
All right. So let's see. Edge and Christian's famous 5-second pose, according to them, for the benefit of which of these?
B.
B. Flash photography. Good deal.
You gotta keep up. Keep up, Gunner.
You guys are
Lisa
nerds.
Spencer.
You guys are nerds. Get out.
Let me move this out of the way. All right. True or false? This one you might not actually get. At 25 years old, in 1 month and 13 days, Yokozuna became the youngest WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
False.
That is false.
Who is it, guys? For a bonus question.
It's Randy Orton. I
Yeah.
think he was what 20.
Eh.
Hold
Oh,
on.
Brock Lesnar.
I thought it was Brock, and then they took it off Brock and made it. And Randy was the
These-
youngest.
These
I think
are
it may have been-
WWE's numbers here, guys, not mine. All right. Well,
Oh yeah. I'm not. I'm just.
Yeah, we'll just keep going. Which former member of the Shield is the only one to have held the Intercontinental Championship?
Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose.
To have. So that's
Which
that's
of the
been the Intercontinental Champion.
yeah. When was this?
This is WWE.com's trivia, not mine. So maybe they don't know what they're talking about. I don't know.
They need to hire us and get their stuff updated.
I
Man.
agree.
Well, neither have you, mate. I have no idea.
Which superstar was the first to hold the Divas Championship in 2018?
Adrian Alexander.
So I think it's Michelle McCool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with C.
Michelle McCool. All right.
Let's go.
Very good. Which superstar did Shawn Michaels not partner with to capture the WWE World Tag Team Championships?
Diesel?
Triple H. No, him and Diesel won the titles, and then they broke up not too long after it. I think it was Triple H.
Yeah.
We're going with that?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Oh shit! I forgot about that. They won the titles, and then they got taken off of them because the rope broke in the match. I forgot about that.
Mr.
Whoops.
Ben the Encyclopedia Shearin here.
How do you
I watch
know this information?
I
Ben?
watch a lot of documentaries.
Well, if we'll have to have you as the our emergency question guy. If I ever get on one of those game shows. At WrestleMania 20, Goldberg defeated Brock Lesnar with this superstar acting as special guest referee.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
Yeah.
We're going with Stone Cold, guys.
If Ben says
Yeah,
so,
sure.
'cause that's the bottom line.
You got to let the other kids play, Ben.
All right, I won't answer the next one.
All right. Which
I'll be quiet.
superstar said the following? I am not the biggest, I am not the strongest, but I'm damn sure the toughest.
Adrian, do you know? Daniel.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I want to say Jamie Noble, but I know that's not true.
Ben, you want to confirm it here?
I think it's Jamie Noble.
All right, so Oliver says Daniel Bryan, and Ben says Jamie Noble, and Adrian says definitely not Jamie Noble. Did I have that right? Daniel
Sure.
Bryan. So
Hey, look at that!
Gunner gets
Hey,
one.
massive
Wow.
get one. The UK
Hold on.
massive in it.
When did Daniel Bryan have lyrics in his song?
In the indie.
No. He
It
said
didn't
it.
say. Yeah, it didn't say it was in his song, did it? He just said it.
Oh, he just said it. Oh, I was thinking
Wow.
entrance themes for some reason. Okay,
All right.
that's my bad.
Good deal. True or false, Chris Jericho holds the record for the longest Intercontinental title reign at 454 days.
Gunther does.
False.
You-
Well, it depends on whether they've updated their
Timeline.
website recently. They might still be the honky tonk.
That's true.
The greatest Intercontinental champion of all time, which he's not doesn't have the record anymore. Ben's right. I do remember seeing Gunther broke it. But you gotta love the honky tonk man.
Oh, for sure.
Look at those chops.
I couldn't tell you a honky tonk man match outside of the one where he dropped it to Warrior, but you can't argue with the heat that man got.
He was good, no doubt about it. And also Jerry Lawler's cousin.
Yeah, crazy.
All right. The longest women's championship reign lasted an astounding 10,170 days and belongs to which WWE Hall of Famer? Alundra Blaze. Moolah. We going with Moolah? All right. We're going with Moolah.
I think so.
Da-da-da-da-da. Now, Oliver, if you hadn't met your current wife, you could probably take a shot at her. Just saying.
She's a catch. That head, I can tell you that.
All right. Which of the following superstars is not billed as being from parts unknown? If you get this one, Ben, I'm going to be proud of you, man. Boogeyman, the Berserker, Giant Gonzalez, or Kane?
Boogeyman, right?
Giant Gonzalez.
What's the Ben? You get to break the tie here. What are we going with?
I believe it's Boogeyman.
All right.
Give me the gun finger. Brat!
The Boogeyman.
Wasn't he from like the closet?
Which closet we talking about? The one with the rainbows? All right. Of the following superstars, who is not a former NXT champion? Big E, Bo Dallas, Neville, Tyler Breeze. Excuse me, Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze, and it hurts my feelings because that dude was my favorite thing about NXT.
All right, we'll go with Tyler Breeze. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Ben gets it again.
The damn shame.
That would be one of my dream matches. I think would be Prince Pretty.
What?
Prince
Hey, he's
Pretty.
back on the Indies.
Yeah, I know, bruv. I know. There's a lot. There's a lot. Boogs is back on the Indies. You know what I mean?
No matter. Breeze. That's the dream.
I know.
Maybe-
Trust me,
maybe
I would like to wrestle Breeze.
Maybe I could get him to Grindhouse. What do you think?
There you go.
There you go. Gunner comes out of retirement one more time.
Screw it. If it breaks, it breaks.
True or false? Santino Marella debuted in Milan, Italy, where he defeated Umaga to win the Intercontinental Championship.
That's false because he did debut in Milan, but he didn't win the Intercontinental Championship.
All right, Oliver, what's your take?
I trust Adrian because he is my tag partner.
Ben? Ben?
Oh, it's definitely A.
Okay.
Definitely A. Okay.
Definitely a
True. He did win the Intercontinental title.
Okay.
Adrian. I trusted you, man.
I'm sorry. See, that's why
I'm
we have
tagging you
men.
out, bro. I'm tagging you out.
You already took me out once.
All right, guys. We're halfway home. What was the result of the first ever WrestleMania match in 1985? This one's going to be a toughie. Ben?
Ben.
Lee. It was the body slam match with Andre and Big John Studd.
Damn
it. That was my second guess.
Tito Santana defeated the Executioner. I didn't even know that match took place. So, complete the following sentence. I'm the Miz, and if any of you all missed this, you suck.
Awesome. I know that one.
Spit it out, Oliver.
I'm the Miz, and I'm wicked.
So we've got an E. Okay, gotcha. So come on, Ben. What is it?
Oh, it's awesome. I thought somebody had already said it. Sorry.
There you go.
I like affluent.
Affluent. Yes.
Affluent.
My catchphrase would be I'm adequate.
Yeah.
I'm good enough.
Mine would be I'm injured.
Which superstar won the inaugural Money in the Bank ladder match in 2005? And it was not
Shearin.
It's Punk.
Punk? I don't know if Punk was there that then. Yeah. I'm going to have to go with the Edge on this one, too. There we go. Ben, you felt like you missed like one. You've gotten everything else. You're a walking encyclopedia.
It's all useless knowledge.
Which superstar did Stone Cold Steve Austin defeat in the 1996 King of the Ring tournament before quoting Austin 316?
Is it A?
Ben. Come on, Oliver. You got to at least give a guess here, buddy.
I'm going to go with C because I like him a lot.
Ben, where are we going? B? Jake the Snake? And what do you know? Ben's right again.
Oh, yeah.
Fun fact, though, Michael Hayes was also involved in that segment.
Ah, okay. I did not know that.
He was the interviewer as Doc Hendricks whenever he was interviewing Stone Cold.
Are you a nerd, man?
Which of the Folly superstar has not won the Intercontinental Championship at least 5 times? Boy, this one's getting deep. Jericho, Jeff Hardy, RVD, or The Miz?
5 times?
It's either B or C.
Come on, Oliver. What are you thinking? Just take a stab at it.
C. Rob Van Dam. Why not?
Adrian?
He's lost his.
I'm going to also say Rob Van Dam.
Ben, you lost another one, man.
Is Rob Van Dam still wrestling? Is he in any leagues?
Yeah.
No, he's an
AEW.
doing AEW stuff.
Oh, is he? Oh, I thought he just made a cameo or something. I don't watch AEW.
He wrestled Hook? No. Jungle Boy.
Oh.
Yeah, he tagged with Hook last week, I think.
Yeah.
He is kind of the ageless wonder. I guess all that weed preserved him.
Man, you ain't wrong.
True or false? The Rock won the WWE World Tag Team Championships pairing with The Undertaker.
False.
True.
I think it's false.
I'm thinking the Rock and Sock connection.
Adrian said true.
They changed the tag titles and put them with so many random people, though, that it's not out of the realm of possibility that it is true. That's the crazy thing. But I think it's false.
I think it's the Rock and Sock connection. And I do not know for sure. So, nope.
Damn it. See?
What?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there was so many, like, just random thrown together tag teams that won the titles.
That doesn't even make sense, though.
It doesn't have to make sense.
It's wrestling.
Right.
It's true.
All right, guys. Let's see. I think there's 30 questions here. So we're nearing the end. Which WWE Hall of Famer was the first ever Intercontinental Champion in 1979? And he won it in, let's say it was Rio, I believe. Fictitiously.
Rio de Janeiro. In a tournament, I believe.
I'm going with A because that's the
coincidentally. I also won the Saudi Arabian title in a tournament in Rio.
All right, Adrian, come on here. Pick one of these. And I'm going to tell you it's not Vern Gagne.
I'm gonna say it's C.
Pat Patterson. Is that what you thinking,
Yes,
Ben?
sir. Yes,
Glad-
I
sir.
believe you're right.
Yeah,
Yes.
well,
How many WrestleMania events have taken place outside of the United States?
0.
1.
At least one, because you got the Silver Dome
Two.
in Toronto.
Well,
Oh,
Wells,
so 2.
Saudi,
None of those have been
No, I've
WrestleMania.
never had WrestleMania.
I believe it's 2.
WrestleMania.
Two. Okay.
No.
Two. Well, two of them in Toronto. Okay.
Oh,
I knew of 6, but I didn't remember 18. At which pay-per-view event did Chris Jericho become the first undisputed champion?
oh, I love Chris.
I'll sit this one out.
Fun fact, I actually got a personalized message from Chris because I was friends with one of his friends who sent me like a birthday message. I still have the video today, and that was really touching.
Cool.
Yeah.
Adrian, do you have any stories of Mr. Jericho?
No, I do not. But I am going to say that it is without a shadow of a doubt not D.
Okay. Ben, you're just going to completely set out?
It is. I was going to let them answer. It's C.
All right, we'll see
Yeah,
here.
see, I'm going with Ben. Yep.
I'm just going to go with Ben too on all these.
Hey, I told you it wasn't D. I got my part right. There it is.
Now wait, was he like the first ever undisputed heavyweight champion ever?
In WWE.
Because now it's just a regular thing, like being
Right.
undisputed. So was he like the first ever? Do you know, Ben?
He was the first one in WWE.
Oh, good for him.
But I think WCW and the NWA unified theirs at one point. But I could be wrong.
And back in the day, you had the AWA and the World Class
Yeah.
with Jerry
There you
Lawler.
go.
So,
Oh wow.
if any of y'all missed this, you got problems. Complete Ric Flair's famous catchphrase: "To be the man, you gotta
Woo-hoo.
beat the."
Man.
All right.
You got to beat Becky Lynch.
There he is, the man himself. All
So
of you
did
need
they-
one of those robes.
Did they, bro? Trust me, I wanted like Adrian's jackets. I love Adrian's jackets, man. Like the long, like yeah. That's when I fell in love with Adrian. Was when he had that.
That's one thing. Where do you guys get the ring gear? Is there like do you go to everyone go to the same person in the area? Is it?
It's spread out. There's many different people that make gear, and some people specialize in other things. The person I'm going through right now does both gear and does my robes now too. So
Expensive? You don't have to get into details, but expensive or
not cheap.
not cheap. Okay.
It is not cheap. I used high spots, so
Okay.
great quality, but you have to wait at least 10 years to get it. So.
You'll have to retire. If you go back in, you'll have to retire again before you get it. Gotcha.
Yeah, and bruv, I've already put my order in for next year.
Let's see. Shawn Michaels holds, I guess, the record for the longest in the Royal Rumble match with 1 hour and 2 minutes and 12 seconds, set in 2006.
No, wasn't it
False.
Rio, right? Isn't it Rio?
Beat.
False. Rey Mysterio. Okay.
Yeah.
I had that one all along. At the WWE TLC 2013, the World Heavyweight title and the WWE title were unified, with this superstar becoming the first ever WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Batista, Cena, Mark Henry, or Randy Orton?
Randy, right?
Believe Cena.
Was it Cena?
I'm voting for Orton.
I'm voting for Orton.
Adrian?
I mean, Mark Henry is obviously the correct answer.
Yeah.
For some reason, I had there's like video everywhere of Cena with those two titles around his neck. I thought he won it first, and then Randy feuded with him. But
I want Randy to come back, man.
Yes, he is missed. Which superstar won the inaugural Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 30? I'm going with
It's either
D
Big
because
Show
they
or
never put that
Cesaro.
on Cesaro. I'm going with D because they never put that on there unless it's the answer.
I think it was Cesaro, wasn't it?
It was Baron
Yeah, it's
Corbin.
either Cesaro or Big Show. I know they both won it.
All right, so we've got a plethora of answers there. Let's see. Cesaro, very good, Oliver.
Yeah, because that's when his blow up was, and then they just. I love Cesaro. I thought he was just untouched talent.
That your average there is kind of going downhill, Ben. Just saying.
I know.
Here we go. Another honky tonk man one. Honky tonk man lost the Intercontinental Championship to Ultimate Warrior at SummerSlam 1988, but was originally scheduled to face which superstar?
Brutus Beefcake.
Screw it. Yeah.
Adrian,
Never
you
been.
go. There you go.
Got to get the average back up.
Bro,
Now
I love Bruce, man. Look at that bow tie. I love it.
Don't we all think that Adrian would look good in this outfit?
I mean,
Absolutely.
With
Get
the
you
glasses.
the big head shears and go to cutting.
there you go.
You need to
Cutting
start
and strutting.
One of my personal heroes, true or false, legendary manager Bobby the Brain Heenan once fought the Red Rooster at a match at WrestleMania 5.
True.
Go.
Okay, true. All right, very good. Now the spike. Oliver, you'd have to do the little red spike thing, man.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I'm coming back with a whole mohawk, man.
Which superstar enjoyed the longest single reign with the Divas Championship at 301 days? AJ Lee. Ooh. Still have fond memories of her. Is that who we're going with?
Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
Nikki Bella. All right. Nikki Bella.
Oh,
She's not too hard on the eyes either.
all right, Nikki.
All right, guys, that was it. Let's stop sharing screen here. If I can figure out how to do that. All right. Come on. Well, anyway, there we go. All right, guys, it's been about an hour. We have covered it all. You guys have been great. I have been entertained, laughed a lot. I hope our viewers do. Any last thought, guys? We'll go with Oliver and we'll go around the horn.
Just keep making America great Britain again, innit? Like,
all right, Mr. Ben.
Nothing that hasn't already been said between, all of us. I love you guys. It was
I love you guys.
legit. Like that year and a half was hands down my favorite time in wrestling, man. So.
Oh, and we still got to get that matching tattoo, lads. Like we said we would.
Oh yeah. Well, whenever you get done with your deportation.
Oh yeah. Well, I paid him off in it. I paid him off. I got a green card and everything. We're good.
There you go. Where's the location for this tattoo?
It'll probably be part of my sleeve. Like I got a whole sleeve. So
okay. So it's not going to be on a butt cheek. All right, got you.
Yeah.
I mean,
butt cheek.
All right,
Yeah.
Adrian. How about you, man?
Ben kind of stole the words right out of my mouth, but I cannot wait to make so many memories in the future with wrestling. But by far, the year and a half that I spent with you guys, and honestly, even after we broke up, we were still around each other in circles. EWA, New South, Appalachian Mountain Wrestling. Just the camaraderie, the friendships that were built off of something that was three random people that were thrown together. It was incredible. It's going to be some of my favorite memories of wrestling. And it's created such a friendship between four people who would have not normally, probably even been in the same circle. But it has been incredible, and it helped me learn a lot of slur.
Like I hung.
Well, that's also the thing.
I can't see it.
Well, it's blurred. You have the blur on.
Yeah, let me turn it off real quick.
But also the thing, Adrian, you wouldn't have gotten a son if the three of us hadn't gotten together. So
that's true. But yeah, I hung this up because this was our very first championship together. And my wife printed that, and I didn't know she was, and that's always been on my wall. Because this was my favorite memory with these two. And I have the Ring General Star Mat. Thank you so much, by the way. and then some other Grindhouse graduation thing that Ben took on my behalf, and another little Hall of Fame.
Because they didn't want the fans to know you were there yet.
Yeah, but this is what has always been on my wall, even in my old house. You know, I just look at it every single day in the office and just so grateful I met these two. I love these guys so much.
That's why I've got some of our like the posters that we were actually on for different stuff. I've got those here right by my work desk. So
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see my Photoshop abilities, got highlighted today. You guys have been great. As a fan, it was a pleasure to watch you guys wrestle. You work, Adrian, and you and Ben. It still is. So we're going to wrap this up, but we did bring the band back together for at least one more time. So hopefully Oliver will get some acupuncture or something going and get that neck fixed, and we can see you guys in action again. Thanks, everybody.
for sure.
Thanks, Eddie. Love you guys. Take care, man.